Right? I feel like it's just like a tired morning.
It's always behind the scenes, all the technical stuff that's going on.
Right?
New microphones, they don't work.
Well,
Did we forget a battery?
this
Maybe.
is the cable,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're
We're
just not sure.
just not
But
sure.
good morning, I'm Lori.
Aren't you on that microphone?
I don't know. Am I?
I think you're supposed to be
Am
on
I on
that
this one?
Oh, no, it's not plugged in.
Oh.
You didn't plug it in. You just walked away.
Oh, okay.
Logan.
You're Britain.
I'm Britton.
I'm Patty, if you can hear me.
If you can hear Patty.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Good
We
morning,
don't know.
Jennifer.
Hi,
Can
Jen.
you hear Patty? That's what
Hello,
we need to know.
Jennifer. Hello. I don't know.
That one's definitely not plugged in.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he unplugged your other one.
I don't know.
He just walked away.
Us and our technical issues are funny. Like, we try to go more high tech, and I think we do good, but then sometimes
Well,
it's
we're
like,
in the midst
there's no
of
battery.
remodeling our backspace too, though,
Yeah.
so everybody's like going
She can hear
crazy.
you.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Good, okay.
Our backspace.
Our backspace.
Say that differently.
Our back I like our office space.
Our back office space.
Yeah.
It's our whole office space, but we're starting in the back. So, good morning. Oh my gosh. I like take a breath.
I
Well,
know, right?
Yeah, yesterday was super busy.
It was your birthday.
It was my birthday, so it was just like a lot of stuff to do.
Yes.
You know?
And as soon as that email went out that we have black cherry available,
gosh.
people went nuts.
Went nuts.
I kept looking at the back end and going like, Britton, why are there so many orders coming in? It's Tuesday. What's going on? She's
sent
like,
an email.
black cherry. Yeah,
Black
I know.
cherry.
It's weird how marketing works.
So we're
Yeah.
gonna taste the Michigan cherry versus the black cherry today.
It sounds like crickets again. That's what
Oh,
Logan was
bummer.
worried about. It's my mic. I'll unhook. Yeah,
Do we need to switch spots
yeah.
or give you? How do we hook this one in?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Something on the cord. Or
It's this cord that's not working.
Okay, we're gonna just like move around
you,
for a
Jennifer.
second.
we're gonna play musical chairs.
Yeah. Bill says happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, just on a really selfish, weird note, to have a 32-year-old is odd.
Are we supposed to say how old she
I
is?
feel like I'm not that much older.
Mhm.
But
I don't-
I'm gonna.
I don't care how old I
I'm
am.
literally
It
just
doesn't,
stepping over the
affect
table.
me.
My 30s were so fun.
Just don't get the coffee.
My 30s were my
This is what we do.
Good for you.
I'm almost out of my
glad. I was
30s.
pregnant on my 20s, so my 30s were just so much fun. not being
Man.
pregnant.
Okay, is that better? Can you hear me?
I could have just
Better
unput
than
probably and
crickets.
gave you mine
And
rather
then
than,
tonight
you
we have
know.
book club.
It's okay. Yeah. And we had to get our Easter eggs ready, so that took
So
some.
we do an adult Easter egg hunt. So we fill Easter eggs and then go hide them.
What kind of things could you find in these Easter eggs?
So many things.
So many things. Mine are very nice self-care products.
Yeah,
Mhm.
mine are like random stuff.
I,
All over the board.
there's some liquor bottles in one
Yeah,
of
there's liquor
mine,
bottles,
and
very
Definitely chocolate.
and some makeup.
Yeah.
Some
Yep.
makeup-y stuff.
Yep.
It didn't stop. Oh no.
Maybe I'm the crinkly
No,
one
it's
today.
me. It's gonna go away as soon as I do this.
Better, Jen?
Is that
Wait,
better
now
right
it did. She
then?
said before you did
It's
it,
gone
before you
now.
unplugged it.
Is it better now?
Mm.
You guys are Jennifer. You are our sound engineer.
Oh, gotta love it.
Now it did. So maybe. It's
Well, it was
better.
before she unplugged it, though. I don't know.
Maybe it's secretly me the whole time.
Who knows? What do we know?
It's this cable. That's okay. So you guys talk. I'll just try coffee with you.
Okay.
She put her microphone next to you to lean into her microphone
Now
really
Lori
awkwardly.
isn't right. Logan. I'll just go find him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lori's not right. Oh,
Well, we knew you weren't quite right, but that's why we love
never
you.
right. Is that better?
These mics, they were great, and now they're just more complicated.
Well, so anyways, since I'm the only one who can talk, you guys just have to listen to me, apparently.
There we go.
We put out the email yesterday that black cherry is available. People went nuts. And well, a lot of people were questioning online and asking.
Well, what does it say, though, Jennifer?
It was before, but I can still hear Britton, she said.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, probably. But what we decided is because we've been getting so many people asking the difference between Michigan cherry and black cherry that we would test it live and then kind of go over some of the differences with you guys.
And I'm going to see. Oh, my mic isn't doing it at all.
It is because it's moving over there on that
Yours
microphone.
is moving. Mine isn't moving at all.
I'm going to not talk and then you see.
So, oh,
Yep. Yours is working.
on yours.
Okay, now try it.
I have no idea. So, obviously they had to be different enough, or we wouldn't have done a new brand. It's a lot to do a new flavor, especially when Michigan cherry is our top seller. But I'm gonna say banana nut bread has to be close.
It's got to be number 2 at this point because we're selling so much of that coffee.
I am sending so much banana nut bread out.
Yes.
And it is fabulous.
Yes, it is so good.
So it is very different taste profile. I describe it as like the Michigan cherry is more, and not in a bad way, but more like an artificial, like a maraschino cherry, more of a candy kind of cherry flavor.
That's a good way to say it.
A black cherry
Is what? Tell me how you say it.
More right off a tree.
Okay.
Cherry tree.
Before this, she's been telling everybody it's straight off the vine, and we had to let her know.
I think like grapes. I was thinking it was
But
like
cherries
grapes.
don't grow off vines.
Wine is off the vine.
Even coffee cherries are off the, tree, right?
It is. Or bushes. There's some right.
Oh, they're called a coffee tree.
I know, but there's some people call them bushes because they're not very tall.
They're not very tall. You're right.
So there is debate.
Good morning, Charles.
But
So not off the vine,
so
off
it
the
is
stem.
more like that. My mom loves black cherries. She just could sit there and eat, I swear, 100 of them.
I could too.
And it is more that ripe flavor.
Yes.
Like that ripe fruit flavor.
Michigan's known for our cherry festivals and having those good black cherries that you can eat. Traverse City. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely a really yummy cherry.
I feel like they are distinctive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, will you like them both? I would say yes.
Mm-hmm.
I
prefer black cherry. Yeah.
And I think that we all prefer black cherry.
Yeah.
But you can't argue with Michigan cherry because it is our #1 selling
Right.
coffee. And I think that it is so flavor forward.
Right.
That people enjoy that
Well,
flavor forward.
when we got the black cherry, it's just banana nut or banana bread now. You're right, Jennifer. Only say banana bread. That's very important. That's very important.
We're all going to get banned.
Yeah, don't say anything.
It is just banana bread.
I think we might call it the other one,
I think
but
that's what we call it online.
But for Facebook reasons, we're not gonna, we're not gonna bother them at all.
Jennifer to get
banned.
nixed again.
When we first started sampling, we were actually kind of messing with a new company, and they sent us a cherry, and we're like, oh, let's just try it for fun. We're not gonna mess with our cherry. We don't, our cherry is our bestseller. We don't want to bring in a new cherry. But when we tried it, we said, wow, that's way different.
It's different, and that's kind of the nice thing too about trying the subscription coffees is that we try things that are similar in flavor, maybe, but it has to be enough of a difference for us to, make a new coffee.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what black cherry. We're like, gosh, we really like this, and then we sent it to some people.
Yes.
To get reactions.
Last summer, I think, Jennifer, I think you tried it last summer.
Yeah. And they really enjoyed it as well. So I don't think it's going to take anything away from Michigan cherry.
No.
I just think it's a slightly different profile, and it's nice to switch it up. I know I've got butter rum, cake, creme brulee, and blueberry cobbler.
Oh, yes.
That I switch between.
Well, and that creme brulee that you added, what was it, brown butter toffee?
Brown sugar, brown toffee syrup.
Yeah, that sounds so good.
And then Kevin brown butter syrup. Kevin added it to my butter rum.
Ooh,
it was really good.
I love butter rum. It's so good.
It's my coffee church.
Britton says she's not coming back. It's just us now.
Bridget,
Oh,
you're not coming back?
I think that's her phone ringing too.
Oh,
So anyways, we're going to try the black cherry versus the Michigan cherry today.
okay.
Because again, we've had, as soon as we launched it, everyone was just messaging us on
And
Facebook.
I
What's the
don't know that we tried
differences?
Maybe we did. We
Yeah.
probably did forever ago. Try them side by side.
Yeah. Okay, so
Michigan cherry.
you go Michigan cherry first?
Definitely the smell. You get that aroma. It's got that really just sweet.
I agree with what you say about it being like a maraschino cherry. Just a very
It's more like candy.
it's the top of the sundae, right? Like that cherry that just finishes it off on top. If
And
you're
I love
drinking a
maraschino.
whole cup
But
of that.
you have almost if you drink our amaretto, it almost has not the alcohol taste, but that taste to it, that really sweet liqueur.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be a liqueur taste.
Yeah, the amaretto takes on liqueur for sure, which is interesting because amaretto is almond, right?
Because I feel like that's a similar taste profile to
Yeah.
that.
That's so good.
Is that
This Michigan cherry is excellent. I'm going to keep drinking this.
it is really good. Every time I have, I'm like, oh, I do really like, but it's
Mm-hmm.
super flavorful. It is, that flavoring is just made a little bit different than all of our other flavorings.
Yeah.
It's to give it that really,
It's just
full
strong.
flavor.
So, like, if you like a subtle flavor,
Yeah,
Michigan
it's not
cherry
gonna
and
be
black
your-
cherry aren't your flavors. If you like just like beans that are just kissed by flavor, French vanilla, creme brulee, that's more up your
even
alley.
caramel pecan pie, sea salt caramel are going to be more of those flavor profiles.
Yeah.
Even blueberry cobbler to me is a step down in flavor as far as the in your face flavor.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's so
my
good.
favorite. Blueberry cobbler is one of my favorites for sure. Okay. And then black cherry, when you smell it, you definitely taste the difference. I feel like it's more, there's still the sugar that,
I just like watching you describe this.
I know. Not good at it at all.
You are good at it. I mean,
It's almost like I'm not going to say brown sugar, but almost like more that note than the bright
well, yeah, you're getting
liqueur
that.
flavor.
You're getting that just like juicy cherry, like
Yes.
just
It is
yummy,
really
juicy
like
cherry.
You just
Yeah.
picked it off the not vine, the
Yeah.
plant.
The stem.
I don't know if it's a go on stems.
They
Stems
do.
are too small to grow.
They
to
do
grow.
grow on stems.
Feels like they'd be like, oh, the cherry's so heavy.
Do you remember when she bought the pitless cherries and then also bought a pitter? How long did you
Oh, it
spend?
does smell like that cherry pie I made. Oh, where's my trophy?
How long though did you spend pitting those cherries before you realized
Way
there was
too
no
long.
pit in
It
them?
took me a long time just to figure out how to use the pitter, which I'm like, why doesn't this thing come with instructions?
Why doesn't this work? That's so cute. Jennifer said she did have it and she loved the black cherry. Oh, we've got more down here
Okay.
too. Let's get rid of this. I thought the black cherry
Okay.
was something with amaretto when I sampled it. It's so different than Michigan cherry.
I think it's so different. It's just a different flavor profile, and I wish I were better at describing it. It tastes more fresh fruit to me.
I'm going to go with what you said originally. The Michigan cherry is maraschino cherry, top of the sundae. Delicious, right?
Yeah.
This is more, I'm eating a bowl of black cherries.
It really, to me, this is so much more similar to amaretto, and this one's so much similar to blueberry cobbler.
Yes.
If I had to like group them in runway fashion group,
Yes.
which is what I do.
Runway fashion.
Like if they were gonna come on the runway together, that's how I would put them.
Now I'm just picturing them coming out,
Amaretto,
walking
Michigan
down a
cherry,
runway.
and then blueberry cobbler with black cherry.
Nice. I like how you
Strutting
rate
down.
this.
Can you imagine the little coffee bags? Now I'm imagining the little coffee bags strutting down in the fashion aisle.
So I think this is Britton who said cherries grow on trees. They look super similar to coffee cherry trees.
There is some debate. whether it's a tree or
No,
not.
there's no debate.
I read it. It wasn't me.
Where did you read this?
Because they're so short.
Yes.
Actually, when their official names of them, that there was debate on whether to for classification purposes, scientific classification purposes. There was some debate.
Tell me about your science
on
degree.
a tree or a bush. I have a degree in
Education.
history. Now you
I
don't
didn't know
really
that.
get a degree in education. So my major is in history, and my minor is in language arts.
So when you tell the story of how coffee was discovered, and it's a history story,
It's really because I went to a Christian college, and all of my Christian courses went into history.
that makes sense.
So when you go to be a teacher, it's like, what do you have the most science, math? What are you going to
Yeah.
put your minor in? And since all my history,
that makes sense.
foods of the New Testament
Yeah.
transferred to history.
Oh,
so.
Charles, you definitely have to order some black cherry K-cups.
Yeah, black cherry is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously we think it's worthy of its own even introduction.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't add flavors very often at all.
No. Well, we do our LTOs every month, right?
We have our subscription. That's kind
Mm-hmm.
of our way to play with flavors and have something fun and
Mm-hmm.
exciting going on.
Well, and the fun thing about the subscription box is every now and then there's something that you guys are just crazy about, like the white chocolate strawberry.
That is so good.
Yeah, that we ended up bringing in full time. I don't know that we've done. Oh, and I also the butter pecan was the first one because that was in our very first
And white
subscription
chocolate
box.
Strawberry.
Yeah.
We brought in because it was so popular.
Yeah.
That people begged for the white chocolate strawberry.
Yes.
You know what's interesting to me? Because we didn't have subscription, we would do some LTO kind of theme things.
Mhm.
So remember we did the 50s vintage.
Yeah,
whatever,
we did.
Brown Cow,
We did Soda
Root Beer
Shop.
Float.
Yeah, orange dreamsicle.
Orange and strawberry milkshake.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep.
And that's when we start. People are like, "Please bring back that
Yes,
flavor."
they went nuts for that flavor. That was so good. I'm just gonna keep drinking this black cherry.
It is really good.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I personally like it more than Michigan cherry.
Mm-hmm.
I just like that really, not tart, but sweet off the vine taste.
Vine.
I keep thinking of wine is why I do it. Sweet off the stem.
So for me, picking coffee cherries is like picking blueberries. If you've ever picked blueberries, the tree is, or the bush, it's kind of like a blueberry bush. So when you pick coffee,
Is blueberry on a bush?
well, blueberry is a blueberry bush, but when you pick coffee cherries, like when we went to Costa Rica and we picked coffee.
Mulberries when I was a kid, and those are off a bush.
Right, and so are blueberries.
Okay.
And so then when we picked coffee cherries, it was off of a coffee tree, but they were
short.
they're
trim
3 to
them
5
down.
feet tall, so they're like a coffee
Mini
bush.
landscapey.
And when you because we have baskets tied around our stomachs, right? And then you grab the branch gently, not as rough as I did because I broke one. You have to pick them and put them in your basket,
And you can
like a
only
bush.
pick the ripe red cherries. If they're too dark, they'll be fermented tasting.
Yeah.
And if they're too orange or
Yellow
not orange,
or green.
yellow or green, then they're not done enough, and they won't ripen all at the same time.
Mhm.
So literally, the coffees that we have, people have to continually go back there and pick as it ripens over the 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, the picking season. You want to go to Costa Rica next year? I think we should.
I think we should go back to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
I, in Costa Rica, stayed in a tree house.
Yes. After we all flew home, you and Kevin had a little mini vacation.
Googled the 10 coolest places to stay in Costa Rica. My friend stayed at a beautiful resort there, but we stayed in a very rustic tree house.
Yeah, weren't
with
you like walking up a
monkeys.
mountain to like stay there?
It was a switchback mountain, so you had to like do this thing. Like I took everything down in the morning and said, let's just put everything down here because I don't want to go back up there because it was forever. One night I was going up there. I'm like, even like if a jaguar was chasing me, I would just be like, eat me. I can't run
I'm
up
done.
this thing anymore. So they called
I'm
it
done with life.
honeymoons
Yeah.
or newlyweds
Yeah.
so that they were hoping in shape people would stay there. So they marketed it as that. So that older people wouldn't, because it was.
Well,
so
it would be
impressive
really
to
hard
get
if
up
you
there.
had limited mobility, right?
Oh, for sure.
And I wouldn't consider you one with limited mobility, but walking out those switchbacks, everybody is
I'm
at
like,
that point.
I'm on vacation. What am I doing? Trekking.
But didn't monkeys come in your room and
Monkeys
stuff?
were up on the deck.
Okay.
So it was like an adobe, like a mud
Like a mud hut in a
hut.
tree? Huh.
built on a platform
Okay.
in the mountain.
Was it climate controlled? Like, did they have air conditioning?
because of the way that they built it with that mud. It
Yeah.
was really.
Oh, but there fans or anything to keep it cool?
I think there's probably an air conditioner or something there, and there
Yeah.
was just like a bedroom, and then on the back side there's a wall with a little kitchenette and a bathroom.
Uh.
It was super cute.
Were you afraid,
and the
like-
people from Minnesota, which I love.
Uh-huh.
He met a Costa Rican woman and came, and they designed like 10 different houses different ways.
Uh-huh.
So they
I'd
were
want to
all
go see
different.
them all.
They were all different.
That's
It
super
was
fun.
really
Were you
interesting.
at all afraid of like wildlife coming in, like giant spiders? Because you're in the middle of like
Oh,
the
no,
jungle.
they couldn't get in. Like this thing was pretty.
Oh,
airtight.
bugs will find a way.
No, I felt better about that, but I did bring, because I've been to Costa Rica before, I bought a mosquito net bed cover just in case.
Did you put it out?
No, we didn't need to. There was nothing up there.
That's
It was
brave.
Perfectly fine.
That's
But the
brave.
monkey's on the porch, so they tell me, oh, if a monkey bites you, first of all, a monkey will steal everything it can from you. And if a monkey bites you, you need 20 shots in your belly button.
Whoa.
And I'm like,
Oh,
I'm not
because
going by the
they're
monkeys.
I mean, gosh,
because
and
they're wild.
well, but they're like the start of like every like apocalyptic,
That's
you
true.
know, like
That's
what
true.
was that outbreak?
So Kevin,
Yeah.
of course, was out on the deck playing with the monkeys, and I was like in the window watching.
I'm not getting 20 shots in
No,
my
there's
stomach,
no
Kevin.
way. I'm not doing that. No.
That's
But
horrifying.
it was really cool to watch him harvest the coffee. And,
Yeah.
and sort the coffee. They were so quick at it because they hand sort the different beans.
Yeah, I
and the
should
different
post that video
variations.
later of the ladies sorting the
It
beans
was-
because they do it by hand. It's nuts.
So because there's different grades of coffee. So they've
Mm-hmm.
got, and then they take out the defects, but then there's still different grades of coffee.
Well, and just so
they
you know,
how
if
to
there's
do
a
it.
defect in your coffee, so if the coffee isn't formed all the way, the coffee cherry, the coffee seed, coffee bean, if it's not formed all the way, it creates negative notes in your cup.
It
so
will.
that's why we only source specialty grade 1 coffee. And if you ever look at the chart, we should bring the chart in sometime. You can kind of see like the top coffee and how it looks beautiful and even and uniform. And then you kind of get down to
But
the
even when they have
others
the best coffee in the world, like
that are
when
not
you,
good.
When you cup coffee for real taste, you do 5 or 7 cups
Mm-hmm.
because one can still have a defect. So you can rate that coffee really low.
Yes.
When it actually just had one single bean
Yeah.
that was defective, and it'll affect the whole cup. And that's sometimes you can get a cup of coffee that
Yeah.
not up to par, and it can be just from one single bean in there.
You know what we should do for a live is do an actual cupping. Okay, so cupping is kind of gross because you have little ceramic cups with ground coffee in it. They pour hot water over it. They let it bloom for like 4 minutes. So in other words, like the coffee grounds are rising to the top of the cup, and then you use spoons.
And you have to break the crust.
Yep, to
up
break the
top.
crust. And then you have to, so and we're
let it
sharing
sit.
cups, right? So I mean, and I don't know that I've done a
You're
good tasting
sharing
since
spoons.
COVID.
So you're
Yeah,
sharing
you don't
spoons.
you don't share
Well,
spoons. You
put
get
them
your
in
own
this thing and
spoon.
you rinse them.
You
and
keep
then
your
you're
spoon.
doing the cup thing.
But you come up to the cup and you slurp the coffee. Like you do it 3 times and you
have to
smell
do
the
it to
back
get
of your
the-
spoon.
yeah, the
And
whole
then you
thing.
slurp it. So then you get like your whole tongue coated with the flavoring.
So you get it to the back of your tongue too.
Yes. And then you're supposed to spit it out when you're done. Because if you just like drink it every time, you're going to be like me on my second cup of coffee.
Well, it's like on wine. Do people really spit it out every time?
You shouldn't. Why waste good alcohol?
But yeah, so you do it this whole slurpy thing, and then you're supposed to spit and have the spit too.
Yeah, which is super gross, right? Like, especially like to do with strangers. Like,
So yes, so we went to a cupping, and it was
we did one in Costa Rica.
we did one at the Specialty Coffee Show.
Oh, yeah. The one we were at Coffee Fest in Atlanta a few years
and
ago.
we signed up to do one, and of course they made me go first. And when I went to slurp it, I accidentally I don't know if it went up my nose. I don't know
I
what.
remember
I
this.
slurped very aggressively, and then I started coughing and choking, and then they were laughing, and
We were
it turned
laughing.
we were having a lot of fun in our coffee.
Apparently, it's a
Nobody
very
else
serious
was.
thing, but we
So
were
thought
on the
gonna
floor
get kicked
laughing.
out a little bit. But he actually said we were the perfect examples because we are how we're supposed to have a coffee cupping. It's supposed to be a fun experience.
Right.
Like a wine tasting paired with food and laughter, and everybody tastes things differently.
Mhm.
So talking about it.
What I
and
liked what he did was
so-
he went around and he said, "What did you taste?" and that, "What
Yes.
did you taste?" And everybody had something different. And he said, "There's no wrong answers in that because you
Everybody's
might pick out a
taste is
cherry
different.
note in a coffee. I might pick out an earthy note. It might be brighter to you." So I thought that was interesting. It's like we say what flavor profile is in a cup of coffee. You might pick up something else.
Well, and it is interesting too because you starting over, you can do a smell. What does sour smell like? What does
Yeah.
because you know it, but when you have a reference point to it, you're like, yes, that's what that is. So then
Yes.
you've got more nomenclature to describe coffee. So from a smell perspective, and then from a taste perspective.
Yes.
But everybody has different amounts of taste buds.
Mm-hmm.
So
Some people have a super tongue, which is
so if
such
you
a weird
don't-
thing to
if you
say.
don't like really salty things, you might have
Mm-hmm.
just more advanced tasting ability.
And something I heard years ago is that people who like dark roast coffees are usually smokers or maybe on the heavier side because they don't have as many taste buds.
Yeah, which
So
would
they
make
eat
sense.
more, right? Because they can't taste things. I don't know if that's still a
I
true
don't know
thing,
if
but it
that's
was a
true,
thing I
yeah.
heard
But
years
I can
ago.
see where because you need more flavor
Yeah.
to get that, and maybe that's why Michigan cherry, quite honestly, isn't one of my favorites because I think I don't like really salty things. I don't spicy things, and I probably am more sensitive and can taste more nuances.
My problem is I like
I'm
all
gonna
the
say.
food.
Don't we all?
Oh, Give me
Food
some
is our
bacon wrapped
vice.
dates.
I'm surprised you're not like, what's for lunch?
Well, listen,
Already.
I brought my lunch, but it doesn't bring me joy.
I
But
tried to have a salad last night. It was not good. Is all I'm gonna say.
listen, I
wasn't
made some. Okay, because at baseball the other night, one of the grandmas made cookies, and Alex came over. My son, he was eating the cookies. I said, "How do those rank up to Mom's?" He's like, "They're okay." And I said, "I'm gonna show Peyton's grandma who makes good cookies." So I have a bag full of cookies right now because I have to show nice Cheryl.
Daddy just bakes. I think
I
it's
do.
our way of showing love. Honestly, it's like let
Yeah,
me bake.
I
Let me
do.
just bake for you.
So I have cookies if you want some because, that brings me joy. But I have all the cookies with me today. Some with walnuts, some without, because I have to show Peyton's grandma who makes the good cookies.
Oh, I've got to think about food for tonight too.
Oh, yeah. You got to bring the snack. I could just give you my cookies.
I think I'm just gonna. Well, I thought I'd get like a sub or something a little more substantial for us.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So
Yeah.
but, no, so hopefully you understand a little bit more. They're both really wonderful. I've got to believe if you like Michigan cherry, you'll like black cherry too. And then I think it's just like have a different one every day.
Yeah.
And if you're not a huge fan of Michigan cherry, I think you might like black cherry.
Mm-hmm. I would give it a shot and just see. Are we going to have that in any of our like multi-pack ones that we're working on?
We're
yeah.
coming up with our new variety pack.
Yeah, we are.
Count variety
Yeah.
pack, and that will have the black cherry in it. And then in a couple months, it will have all the other K-cups in it too.
Okay.
The English toffee, the
Cocoa mocha nut.
German chocolate,
Or yeah, it was German chocolate we
German
were doing instead of cocoa
chocolate.
mocha.
and butter rum.
No, butter rum we already
butter rum
have.
we already
Did you say
have.
you said English toffee? Gosh, why is it not coming to me?
German chocolate. I know caramel, but that's
That
seasonal.
one's already in. We are coming up with caramel apple and Mary Mocha
Britt probably
mint.
knows that.
She does. Oh, Vermont maple or
Oh, yeah.
not Vermont maple, maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
So those will be when we get the new K-cup lids in. They'll be in the new box.
Yeah.
But we are doing a 48 count box, so you will get maybe 2 of every flavor. I
Yeah.
think,
So a 48 count mystery box or not mystery
No,
box, variety
variety
box.
box.
Variety box.
so that you can really. And that's what honestly my friends request. They're like, Lori, just put a box of everything
Yeah.
together.
Because we have
for
a
me."
12 count variety box.
And
We have a 20
20.
count. I want them all. So this would be like the next stop. Like especially if you tried something and you really like, I want a second cup of that, then you'll have a second cup of that.
Yeah,
which
but
is
then
really
you get
good.
To try them all, and
Yep.
and the 48 counts come with free shipping on
They
our
do.
website.
Yeah, they
So
do.
the price, you're like, why would I pay this much more, or why is it similar? Well, it's because
Yeah.
shipping's included
Yeah.
in that price. So this is what they ship in.
Yeah. Well, if you just buy one, they ship in this. Yep. And
If
this
you
is
buy
yeah.
multiple, we multi-pack them together. But
Yeah.
this is the 48 count box.
Yeah. The bulk.
It's nice, cute size. But yeah, so the variety pack, I know Britain's getting that together, so that will be available soon.
Yeah.
We're thinking about maybe coming up with some, maybe desserts or bestsellers, but we're not sure. We're just going to start with the variety pack
Mm-hmm.
and go from there.
And we're already working on Christmas.
And a right roast if you do like non-flavored coffees, putting together.
Oh, that's a
say,
good idea.
12 of each
Yeah.
of our 4 non-flavored coffees.
Because we have the right roast sampler now.
Guatemalan, Way Tenanga.
That's a mouthful.
French roast, beanery, and
Colombian Supremo. Yeah.
so that's fun.
Yeah.
And then we are playing with another idea of putting vitamins in coffee.
Oh, we're
So
still
you
doing
can
that,
get
huh?
your morning vitamins in your coffee.
Okay.
So I don't know.
It might be fun. I would do that, right? Because I forget to take my vitamins all the time. So
I
if you
think
just
it
sit
would
it
be
in your
fun,
coffee, then
yeah.
you're like, oh, I've got it.
I-
I've got it for the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty smart.
So
Yeah.
we shall see.
Yeah.
We always have something. We're always thinking about something.
There's so many ideas and so many things to do,
I know. It's just picking which ones.
Yeah.
And we've got something fun too that maybe we'll share in a couple weeks. A really fun thing that's coming.
I'm not
our
sure
way.
what she's
If
talking
you're
about.
like-
Yeah.
if you like automated things, it's kind of cool. I was just at a restaurant concert or conference, and that's what everybody was just talking.
Was it
about.
AI?
Automated?
Yeah.
Just the AI everything.
Unless you're Snapchat right now. Everybody's hating that bot.
And I said I did not want the Snapchat
Okay.
AI, and now it messaged me.
That's weird.
I know.
You said no.
The whole AI, I mean, the Snapchat, it's so hard to know what's real and
Yeah.
what's myth at some point. But if those screenshots that people took are true of that
Yeah.
AI, it is bizarre.
Yeah, and kind of creepy, right? Because they're like,
Yeah, like
you don't know where I
pretending
am.
Like it's a person, but then it's
Yeah.
not a person. It's like, no, of course I'm not a person. One's like, I have a golden retriever and all this like really in-depth stuff, and then it's like, no, I'm an AI. I can't be a person.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel comfy. I mean, I know like our phones are listening to us right now, but like, I don't like it. Yeah. Oh, thanks for reminding me, Bill. I'll pick somebody today.
What is that?
The pet photo contest.
Oh,
Mhm.
did we have a contest?
Yeah, we did,
Oh.
but I put it in when I made the post in with a normal sale, and I think people dismissed it. We only had a few people enter.
Okay.
So
Because I want to see all the cute.
I know. I
pets.
kind of want to do it again to get like everybody to send me
I
pictures of their dogs because
know.
I just want to see people's pictures of everybody's dogs.
I just love seeing. Oh, it's just I love
Yeah,
seeing people's pets.
I
for
know.
Sure.
They're such
the
our babies.
cutest. I'm on Facebook. I'm like subscribed to so many pet things.
I know, and we're
And fluffy cows and
we're doing our pet stuff, or we're working towards it.
we
So
are.
yeah,
Hopefully we'll have that soon
yeah, it's super fun.
because it'll be super cute.
Yes.
But okay, well, I hope we made it a little clear the difference between Michigan cherry or black cherry, or maybe we just confused you more.
Yeah, that's very possible.
The reality is
We
they're
confuse
both
ourselves.
delicious flavors.
Yes.
And
There's a reason why Michigan cherry is a bestseller, and there's a reason why black cherry is going to be right up to it. Oh my God, it says sweet off the vine on the box.
I probably wrote that.
I know you did, and I love you for it.
I'm fine.
This is so making my day. You guys, I've been making fun of her for weeks. Every time she says sweet off the vine, I said, Lori, it's not a vine. And I look at the box and I'm just like, oh, yeah, all right. It says sweet off the vine
It
on
is.
there.
Our box says it is. I win.
Yep.
Probably isn't
You
all
always do win, but
everything. Oh my gosh.
it brings me joy. I'm keeping this box forever because like we're going to end up changing it eventually. I'm
We
keeping
need
it
to
forever.
change the box. Sweet off the stick.
It's not a
Sweet
stick.
off the stem. That sounds a branch. None of those sound nice.
Sweet.
Off the vine.
How about sweet from the farm, sweet from the orchard,
picked fresh just for you?
picked from the
Fresh
orchard?
daily.
Yeah. No.
No.
This is what happens when we start trying to be creative, and then some days we just don't have it. Today's one of those days. That's cute.
All right. Well, everybody have a great week.
Yeah.
And you are ordering black cherries. So
Thank
slow
you.
down on the black cherry.
Yeah.
No, we'll make more.
Yeah.
It's fine.